Live from Douala, Cameroon's economic capital. My name is Fon Quinter. The news starts now. International non-governmental organization Doctors Without Borders has refuted allegations by Cameroonian Ministry of Defense about their involvement with separatist fighters in the southwest region of the country. This was in a counter release published December 27, 2021. Joy Ngong read through the release and now reports.
Monday, December 26, 2021, a Toyota BJ-type ambulance with registration number 9 AM at the Nguti checkpoint in the Kupe Manenguba division, southwest region of Cameroon. According to the communication division of the Ministry of Defense, Doctors Without Borders was in the course of a clandestine operation to exfiltrate and cover terrorists, despite repeated warnings from the Cameroon government. The ambulance was transporting an alleged separatist, Mbo Princely Tabe, alias General Moving Star, who was the lone survivor during a clash with a patrol of the Tinto Territorial Gendarmerie Brigade on the 25th of December. Seriously injured, the separatist alongside his colleague took refuge in the Tembang forest in the Manu division. As stated in the release by the Ministry of Defense, one of the wounded separatists, Bisong Eugene, succumbed to his wounds and eventually died, while Doctors Without Borders was contacted to evacuate Mbu Princely Tabe to the Manimen Presbyterian Medical Institution. This, according to the Ministry of Defense, was a violation of the mutual agreement between Doctors Without Borders and the Cameroon government, as at no time during the exfiltration operation were the Manu administrative authorities notified. The Ministry of Defense went further to say the NGO helps in the facilitation of separatist bloodthirsty actions in regions experiencing security crisis in Cameroon. However, in a counter release by the Doctors Without Borders yesterday, in the northwest region.
Now, 2 persons have lost their lives and 1 other seriously injured following an accident yesterday, December 27, in Marua. The accident involved 2 motorcycles, as Nora Kakebi tells us.
2 persons died recently in a road accident in Yonkole, a locality in Marua in the far north region of Cameroon. The sad incident occurred as 2 motorbikes, both on top speed, got into a head-on collision on the road and claimed the lives of one of the riders and a passenger. According to reports gathered, the 2 suffered severe head injuries and died on the spot, while the other rider equally suffered injuries but was immediately rushed to the hospital and given instant medical attention. The accident has been blamed on recklessness on the part of the riders, as both of them were on very high speed. Sadly enough, many road accidents have been reported during this festive season, not only with bikes but also with cars, leaving several persons dead. Cameroonians are calling on road users especially to endeavor to be conscious while transporting precious lives to and from their various destinations.
The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Celestine Keicha, is in the north region of Cameroon for a 2-day working visit in prelude to the upcoming Afghan competition. Her visit is to inspect projects and ensure everything is in place. Audrey Zadza with details.
Ahead of the Continental Football Tournament come January 9, 2022, the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Celestine Keicha, upon her official visit to the North region, precisely in the regional capital Garoua, since yesterday, December 27 to Tuesday, December 28, 2021, has expressed satisfaction to the works done so far, that is, access roads to hospitals, stadia, notwithstanding the stretch of road between the Benue Hotel and the National Center for Youth and Sports Complex. To the minister, Garoua is ready by 96% to receive visitors.
96% Garoua is ready to receive our guests. I'm happy to see that there's electricity everywhere. I've seen that there is a road everywhere.
The Misao Bridge was equally opened to traffic by the minister during her visit. The opening of the bridge allows to facilitate mobility within the city. She, however, made recommendations to the company in charge of completion of works and the population of Garoua to work hand in gloves to keep the city intact.
Call population of Garoua to do everything to support, to maintain, and to make sure that the mayor should duplicate.
Minister Celestine Keicha was accompanied by Gabriel Bairobe, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, and the Governor of the North, Jean Abate Edi.
The governor of the Far North region, Mijiyawa Bakari, has paid a visit to over 64,000 Cameroonian refugees in Chad. During his visit, he urged the refugees to remain calm as measures are being taken to ensure peace returns in Logon and Shara Division. Katrina Kongwe tells us more.
About 20 trucks loaded with food items were offered by the Cameroonian government to help sustain the over 64,000 Cameroonian refugees who have been forced out of their homes and country by a supposed poorly managed intercommunal conflict in the Lugun and Chari division of the Far North region of Cameroon and settled in Chad. Among these 64,000 Cameroonian refugees now residing in Chad are women and children who, aside from hunger, are confronted with the harsh climatic condition of the area, which causes some of them to fall sick. In the same light, the governor of the Far North region of Cameroon, Mijiyawa Bakari, has visited these refugees and expresses appreciation to the Chadian government for their hospitality and assured the victim that measures have been taken by the head of state to return peace and normalcy in the affected area, and the military have been stationed in the affected localities for the return of peace. The governor of Charim Bangwimi in Chan, Game Abdallah, as well called on the refugees to respect the laws of the land and hopes that the government of Cameroon will do everything possible for normalcy to return in these areas so that the refugees can go back to their various homes.
Now, health specialists in Cameroon have adopted more secure measures to ensure everyone accessing the various football stadia across the country come January 9, 2022 are in possession of a valid COVID-19 vaccination card. Nolinga with details.
It's no news to football lovers across Cameroon and the entire African continent vying to watch the upcoming AFCON 2021 matches due from January 9, 2022 that the COVID-19 vaccination card is primordial of all visas needed of them to gain access into the various stadia. But what's new is how the checks for the COVID-19 visa cards will be conducted. Dr. Joseph Fulcom responds first on the registration procedure.
Initially, before going for testing for COVID-19, there is a platform online, mamalpo.com, where you can register yourself online. Then you go directly at the stadium where you have a testing site. Once you get tested, your result will directly uploaded automatically your result. And this same result also have a secured QR code, which you will use for verification at the stadium entrance. And naturally, remember, you must always first get vaccinated before getting tested. And if you are negative, please make sure at the entrance you should also have your ticket before getting access to the stadium.
That said, a few days into the start of the biggest football tournament in the African continent, football lovers are only reminded that the COVID-19 vaccination card is an obligatory visa to enable them access the various stadia during the games, should they vie watching the matches live.
Nolinga reports in there now some 13 students from the Dunamis Bible School.
The students with modest characters such as faithfulness, loyalty, punctuality, especially as needed in the professional field. These are much needed values for our daily lives. We have done as the Bible instructs us to go and make disciples, baptizing them in the name of the Lord so as to be able to reconcile them back to God.
Selon Dieu.
Being a non-denominational Bible school, the impact and knowledge required at Dunamis, according to some graduates, are life-changing. When I came to Dunamis Bible School, I discovered that I was nothing but a Sunday Christian who goes to church because I felt obliged to. But in studying the Word of God better here, I came to understand that as a Christian, going to church is not enough. We also have to have a close and personal relationship with God. It's a school that grows spiritual children from one stage to a better stage. I've learned how to pray. I've understood how to hear the voice of God spiritually. I'm not the same person I was before I joined Dunamis. According to the founder, the institution is much more than just a Bible school.
Dunamis école publique, c'est une école avec un double axe.
Dunamis is both a Bible school as well as a school for counseling. We don't train persons to become pastors, but we aim to train persons who will become sons and daughters of God with a solid faith in Jesus Christ. We aim to train Christians who will lead the Christ-like life. That's why our motto says, inform to transform. It is not enough to memorize the Bible from Genesis to Revelation without actually living the way the Bible instructs us to live. It should be borne in mind that a Bible school is not just for academic purposes, but also helps with personal character development, doctrinal discernment, specialized ministry training, nourishment of one's spiritual life, edification of the spirit through prayers, fasting, Bible reading and interpretation, and so much more.
The national football team of Cameroon, the Indomitable Lions, have benefited from a new 70-seater bus offered them by the president of the Cameroon Football Federation, Samuel Eto'o. The bus was handed over to the Lions on Monday, December 27, as a motivational gesture from former Indomitable Lion and football icon Alain with details.
The newly purchased 70-seater bus offered by Samuel Eto'o, president of the Cameroon Football Federation FECAFOOT, was handed to the officials of the team by the interim FECAFOOT Secretary General, Parfait Nicolas Hawono, Monday morning on the instructions of the FECAFOOT president, who was in Douala for a working visit. The sophisticated transport facility will be used during the visit by stakeholders across the board. The bus replaces the one which was previously used by the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, including Eto'o himself. It is worth recalling that the gifts from Eto'o comes few days after the Cameroon government acquired some 24 new 70-seater buses, all painted in the colors of the participating teams, and another 35-seater buses, as well as 18-seater buses, which will be used to transport the various delegations at the 2021 African Football Jamboree.
Sad one Congolese singer and songwriter General Defao has passed away at the age of 62. He died Monday evening at the Lakentini Hospital in Douala, Cameroon. Get full details right ahead. Africa loses another great artist. Renowned Congolese singer and songwriter Francois Lulendo Matumanu, also known as General Defao, quits the stage. The 62-year-old artist passed away yesterday, December 27, at the Lakentini Hospital, not leaving out his latest hit song Bigal Sumbu, released on May 1, 2021. Defao, the Sola Noki singer, born on December 31, 1958, established himself as one of the best in the Congo music industry due to his ability to sing songs in the native Congo language as well as English. He began his music career in 1978 in a small music group in Kinshasa, and growing up, he drew inspiration from popular Congolese artists in the likes of Papa Wemba, Nyoka Lango, and four singers of Zyko group in the 70s. In 1991, General Defao broke away from his group to form his own band, The Big Star, that has kept music lovers and fans glued to his genre of music. Francois Lulendo Matumanu, aka General Defao, would have started a New Year's Eve with the celebration of his 63rd birthday and crowned it by rolling back 2 years with Congolese Rumba fans in Douala, Cameroon, would be remembered for his costume, his melodious voice, and smooth dance moves that lit up audiences. We've come to the end of today's edition of Prime News on My Media Prime Television. My name is Fon Quinter. Coming up next is Prime Hour with Leonard and his team. Have a great evening in the company of more programs on The African. I will meet again tomorrow for another edition of Prime News. Bye.
Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Wish you